Think of something like this. There was a time when everyone paid attention to them. The first person to make others smile. The first to break the silence. Whenever they sent a message in the group chat, people actually wanted to reply because they always had something interesting to say. But then somehow everything changed. They stopped posting online. They went from talking for hours to replying with just one word. People close to them may start saying they have really changed or they were more fun before. The strange thing is, nothing terrible happened, nothing dramatic happened, no major shock. So what really happens inside this intelligent person's mind that makes them slowly pull away from the world? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will understand why this happens and whether it's really a problem or something much deeper. But before this, to better understand this thing, we should know the related myth among us about this kind of people. Start by looking at it differently. Before you go any further, let's clear up a myth you have probably heard. Many people say about them they are depressed. Sometimes that's true, and we should never dismiss depression. Sometimes depression really is the reason, and we should always take it seriously. But not every such situation is caused by depression, even though people often assume it is. But most of the time, we don't consider that people who think deeply go quiet. Now let's look at the first common reason why this shift happens. Reason 1. When explaining yourself isn't worth it. Here's a pattern you'll notice in a lot of naturally intelligent people, but almost nobody talks about it. When they are young, they often take the time to explain their thoughts clearly. They make complicated ideas easy to understand and connect one idea to another. They are not trying to impress anyone. They just want someone to explore the idea with them. And every now and then, someone truly understands, adds something valuable, or offers a thoughtful disagreement. Those moments feel incredibly rewarding, but over time, those meaningful conversations happen less often. If they say something meaningful, but hardly anyone reacts, a polite nod, a quick topic change, it's like telling someone your favorite joke in a language no one understands. People smile, but they don't laugh. Eventually, you stop telling the joke. That's why intelligent people stop talking too much around others, because they decide the effort isn't worth it anymore. So they stop wasting energy trying to make everyone understand them and put that energy where it actually pays off. It's not ego, it's protecting their time and mental energy. It's not just about being misunderstood. Having to hide the way you think just to feel accepted can become mentally draining over time. That's a big reason some intelligent, curious people grow quieter. But that's only one part of it. Being misunderstood is already exhausting. What drains them even more is feeling like they have to change who they are just to be accepted by others. And that's led us to reason 2. Reason 2. Feeling tired of hiding their real selves. Sometimes they are exhausted because they have hidden their real self day after day. They hide what they are really thinking because they don't want to overwhelm others. They share their opinions carefully so they don't come across as acting like they know it all. They pretend to enjoy conversations that don't interest them. They smile or laugh even when nothing is funny, just to keep everyone comfortable. That's called masking. Many people do it, but intelligent people often do it more because their minds naturally go deeper than everyday conversations. So they always changing their words to fit in. The problem is that this takes a lot of brain power. Imagine your brain always searching for another way to say the same thing. Eventually their minds become exhausted. After a while, intelligent people realize that pretending isn't worth the effort anymore. They become quieter, not because they don't care about others, but because protecting their own peace matters more. Instead of saying only what makes the other person happy, they stay silent, and from the outside, it looks like they are withdrawing. But the truth is, they are just tired of pretending. And there's another reason this happens. It goes deeper than just being tired. Reason 3. When overanalyzing pushes them away from others. This is the part of the video that gets uncomfortable, because now we are talking less about energy and more about emotional pain. Intelligent people are good at noticing patterns. They see things before everyone else does. They can sense a relationship falling apart months before the breakup. They notice small changes in their manager's behavior that hint layoffs could be on the way. They realize a friend only calls when they need a favor. But here's the hard part. Seeing these things early doesn't feel like it's their natural gift. It feels like watching a slow motion car crash while everyone around you insists everything is fine. When they keep seeing the same patterns in relationships, jobs and friendships, and they turn out to be right, it changes them over time. More often, it's something happening beneath the surface. They quietly distance themselves because they can already tell how things will end. Trying their best is exhausting when they already believe the outcome won't be good. So they start keeping their distance, not because they stopped caring, but because caring kept hurting them. After enough experiences, their brain learns a simple lesson. Don't let yourself get emotionally attached too quickly. Wait until you truly believe this time is different. From the outside, that can look cold or distant, but on the inside, it's more like wearing emotional armor. But it raises a question. Is going quiet always a sign of intelligence or wisdom? Is quitting always the right choice? At least not all the time. There's a big difference between spending time alone and becoming isolated. And confusing the two can have serious consequences. Being alone is a choice. It's healthy and balanced. Someone who chooses solitude still shows up when it really matters. They still have one or two people they can share their true feelings with. Deep inside, they usually feel calm, peaceful, or emotionally stable. Solitude gives them a chance to recharge. Isolation is something else entirely. It happens slowly. At first, they tell themselves they are just being more selective about who they spend time with. But little by little, they stop talking to almost everyone. Even the people closest to them stop hearing from them. Instead of feeling peaceful, they feel empty, anxious, and like there's no reason to connect with anyone anymore. Hiding away doesn't help them feel better. It only becomes heavier over time. It's a warning sign. If that's what they are going through, they shouldn't ignore it. They should talk to someone they trust or reach out to a mental health professional. That's far more helpful than watching another self-improvement video. Now here's where this video takes its biggest turn. Everything we have talked about so far can lead in two directions. One path helps you grow stronger and wiser. The other quietly pulls you into a very unhealthy place. So if you want to grow stronger and wiser through the true traits of intelligent people, you have to make two changes in your life. First, stop trying to connect with everyone. Focus on a few people instead. Having 2 or 3 people who genuinely understand you is worth more than having 10 who don't. Trying so hard to be accepted by everyone is likely what made you feel so drained. A few deep connections are always better than lots of shallow ones. Second, don't disappear completely, but don't give everyone full access to you either. The goal isn't to make everyone happy, but it's also not to push everyone away. You don't need to become the person you were 5 years ago. You have grown since then. Now it's about creating a life that feels more honest, more meaningful, and easier to continue every day. So now think back to the person we talked about at the beginning of this video. The one who used to light up every room but now stays quiet, has stopped posting online, and doesn't react out like they used to. Here's the truth. They are not broken, and they are not lost. They simply refuse to keep paying a price that gave them nothing in return. If you have noticed this change in yourself too, I'd love to hear your story. When did it begin? And what do you think caused it? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to watch another important video on the screen. The truth about intelligence nobody tells you.